There are some very costly mistakes that people make when they decide if they're going to buy a modular home or a manufactured home. Today, we're going to be going over those differences before you decide to purchase one. So that way, when you go to resell your home, you will get the most money that you were expecting back. So let's go ahead and look at those differences so you don't make those costly mistakes in the future. What most people don't realize when they hear the word modular home and manufactured home, they think, well, it's the same thing. Yes, both of these homes are built in a factory. A modular home, it's built in pieces, and it's built to exact specifications that it would be for a universal building code. It will meet, if not go above the standard of your area. And they have the 2x4s, they have the windows, just like they would for a traditional stick-built home. The only difference is that it shows up in pieces and they put it together within that day. Now, when you go to purchase your manufactured home, they're usually come in 1 to 2 sections, whether you're buying a double wide or a single wide or even a triple wide. Somebody told me there's a quadruple wide, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I did also see one that is a 2-story manufactured home. When these come, they come on a chassis, and they're put together on, not necessarily attached to a foundation. Unlike a modular home, that once it's put in its location, it's adhered to a permanent foundation. Most manufactured homes are not attached to a permanent foundation. They're left on a chassis where the tongue and axle has been taken off, and then they're put on sometimes a concrete pad, sometimes it's a limestone pad, and then they put hurricane straps in to keep it into its location. It's not permanently attached to a foundation itself. Now, when you go house hunting, you're going to probably notice a big difference in the look of a modular home and manufactured home. Now, manufactured homes have come a long way since probably 1976. When you think of manufactured homes, some people call them mobile homes. Anything built before 1976 is called a mobile home or a trailer. Anything after 1976 has to meet HUD standards of building codes, which always are changing with the times, so they are upgrading those standards. Just know when you're looking at a manufactured home, a lot of times they do have a certain look to them that says, I'm a manufactured home. Now, when you look at a modular home, sometimes you're kind of questioning, is it a mobile home? Is it a standard home? The ones that they have in Europe, they are just modern, beautiful pieces of artwork. And the ones we have here are beautiful country style homes, and it appraises the same way. This is where the differences between manufactured homes and mobile homes have the biggest discrepancy. So over time, when you buy a manufactured home, some experts will say you'll never gain value on it.
What's your gut feeling tell you that mobile home is going to do? Is it going to go up in value or down in value?
Probably not very much in value. Probably not going to go up in value very much.
It's not going to go up at all.
But I'm just trying to
go down in value
as quick as I can, right?
It's going to go down in value. It's going to go down in value.
Okay.
It's a car you sleep in. Okay?
Which I will argue to death. So what does that mean for you in the long run when you go to resell your property? In many cases, if you found the right location, you can still earn and gain value on your manufactured home. So don't let anybody poo-poo on that idea. I will tell you this though, do not buy a manufactured home and then put it in a manufactured home park and feel like that you're going to gain any value off of that.
But buying a mobile home and renting the land underneath it can be financially catastrophic.
You will not, like I've never seen anybody gain any value except for in this little area in California. You have a good location of your manufactured home, you're going to earn more money. And it doesn't mean that just the land increased in value, the structure itself does have value. In some cases it will not, it depends on your area, but make sure you find an area for your manufactured home that will increase in value. Always work with your real estate professional that's an expert in manufactured homes, so that way you're getting the best bang for your buck. And if they don't know anything about them, move on to somebody else that does. Now, another huge difference when it comes to a manufactured home or a modular home is the way that they're financed. Now, if you're purchasing a manufactured home that's already settled into a place and it's attached to a piece of property, now they qualify for every single loan that you can think of when it comes to traditional financing. They will qualify for VA, RD, conventional, FHA. A lot of times real estate agents will tell you if they do or they don't, and then you work with a traditional lender. If you buy them off the lot, though, this is where a lot of people have had their problems happen. Sometimes they give you loans with extremely high interest rates when you could have qualified for something that was a lot less expensive. So make sure prior to ever even signing on the dotted line for a manufactured home, check with your local lender. Only if you're attaching this manufactured home to a piece of property, I would not use the lender that they have at the facility itself. Find one outside that works with manufactured homes, and that way you can get the best interest rate. You don't want to be stuck with an interest rate that's not going to help you in the long run when you go to resell your house because you ended up spending so much money on the interest itself. Always check with as many lenders as possible that work with manufactured homes. Now, if you're purchasing one that's already been lived in and it's already attached to a piece of land, again, make sure you find a lender that works with manufactured homes. If they're unsure, find somebody else because somebody will get you the best bang for your buck. I want you to get the best interest rate you can, and there's plenty of lenders out there that are willing to help you. Now, when it comes to financing a modular home, if you're purchasing one before it hits the land, you're going to need a new construction loan. Meet with a couple lenders that are not in the facility that you're purchasing the modular home from and see what they have as far as new construction loans and see if you can beat the price that they're offering from the lot itself. There's no difference in purchasing a brand new house that was traditionally built and a modular home. You can qualify for the same loan. So the biggest difference between the modular home and the manufactured homes comes to the point when you want to resell your home. So every single home that's sold within the United States, before you can get a loan on it, has to be appraised. And the appraiser comes in and gives it a certain kind of value. Well, with a modular home, even though it was built in a factory, they appraise at the same level as a traditional stick-built home. Now, with a manufactured home, they're going to appraise for a lot less. But don't panic. If this is what you can afford, that doesn't mean that you made a bad investment. It just means that you could have made a lot more if you were able to purchase a modular home. Now you know the costly difference between a modular home and a manufactured home. Either one is a great alternative way of buying an affordable house. One of them is just going to get you a little bit more money in the long run, and that's modular. But I don't want you to think that because you bought a manufactured home, you're in a bad way, because manufactured homes are fantastic. They're energy efficient. They're a great way to get out of renting, and they do resell as long as they're in the great area for more money than what you purchased it for. I don't care what those experts say. If you find a good real estate agent to sell your property and you put it in a good location, you will make money. There's plenty of people in many of my videos that will tell you that they made money off of their manufactured homes. So don't listen to people that will poo-poo on you. Plus, it's a great affordable way that I'm trying to find housing for the 40,000 veterans throughout the United States. So keep following me on this journey because I'm trying to get as many homeless vets into manufactured homes as possible. So be sure to subscribe now. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because you matter.